At the end of the day, the worst kind of time to do is time by yourself. What I mean by that is not having anybody on the streets to look forward to talking to, communicating with, hear from, receive things from, etc. Are you or someone you know one of them type of people that may be facing time and ain't got no one to look to when you need help, when you need to communicate? If so, this video right here is my advice to you on how to do time when you have no one else to look forward to helping you through it. Haha, I'm the best. Finna be this way till I EOS. Take it how you want, nigga. Yeah, I'm a pro. Fuck around and bust your lot while you're at Vizzo. I hate to be this way, but I live for the moment. Waking up every day, show me an opponent. Shanks on deck, hitting bitch with locks. So much pool, I can even start you from the box. You don't wanna pay rent, got me bent. Got lax on deck, your money was well spent. Vultures on the prowl, so don't try testing. Step 2 comes violent, first steps finessing. You a hold down man, suitcase this. My cell phone, I'm a charger, don't walk with a limp. Get it knocked off or missing, you gon' get it. Next time I see your ass, you gon' leave airlifted. What's up, y'all? You already know, man. Kfrogtv back in the building. Y'all go ahead and do me that solid favor. Make sure you hit that like, subscribe button. And also make sure you hit the notification bell so you can see it first. Welcome back to the channel. For those that are new, my name's Kfrog, and everything I talk about on this channel is prison related. All the way from my experiences, the things that I've seen, went through, know about, etc. For this video here, I'm going to be dropping a video which is more like advice for people out there who have nobody to look to when it comes time to actually have to do time behind them walls. Alright? Of course, it's a whole lot easier to do time when you have somebody out there on the streets, because at the end of the day, there's only so much you can do from the inside. Your hands are tied eventually, you understand? So, if you have nobody to look forward to on the streets, your time can be a whole lot harder. Because when it comes to wanting to get to where you can get and wanting to, like, for instance, let's say grind, make money, you know, eat good, hustle, whatever it is, you may have to put your trust in some stranger, somebody you don't even know, with your own money, with your own product, in order for you to actually, you know, get it in, or in order for you to actually stack up on paper on the streets, you know, stuff like that. I felt like doing this video because a lot of people have been asking me recently, Kfrog, man, what's your advice? You know, I don't have nobody. I don't have no parents. I don't have no, you know, siblings. I don't have nobody on the streets, and I'm facing some time. What's the best thing I should do? So I decided to make this video right here because, you know, this is going to answer a bunch of people's questions at the same time. And this is my advice. If you find yourself locked up, or if you know someone that is locked up, you know, that don't have nobody on the streets, you know, as far as family, brothers, sisters, uncles, nephews, dads, moms, cousins, has nobody on the streets to look forward to, and you're facing that time, my advice to you is to learn as much as you can while you are in prison, okay? And also, don't go trusting just anybody, all right? Now, you got people that get locked up that actually have help on the streets. You know, that actually have family members they could call if they want to. You know, that actually have cousins, friends, homeboys, you know, stuff like that. But not everybody will use them while they're in there. You understand? You got some people that are hard-headed and ignorant that won't want to call and reach out to loved ones. You understand? Then you got some people that they wish they could do that. If you decide to hustle, just make sure you know what you're doing. Don't rely on nobody. You know, don't expect the most from someone else, because you're going to be let down more than one time. You feel me? And then after a while, when you get let down so many times and you see how people move, how people shift differently, especially when money's involved, that right there will kind of like teach you, you know, don't put all your trust and all your relyingness into another person. You feel me? Me personally, I had people I could call, you know. You feel me? It was nothing for me to call and reach out. Some people, you know, I call just to talk to. You know, I don't want nothing from you. I just want to call you. I got bread. I got money. I got everything I need on my own. I just, you know, I want to call and talk to you. You feel me? Now, if it's someone that's, you know, showboating online, always posting you, keeping your name alive on the streets while you're gone and shit, and acting like they're holding you down, they're there 100. Of course you're going to test them and be like, oh, what's up, bro? Shoot me something. Just to see, because here they're, you know, they're living off your name and your fame out there on the streets, making it look like they're there with you. So, of course, you'll try to, like, see where their mind really is, if they really going to shoot it if you ask them to. You know, but if you really ain't got nobody to call, all you got to do is remember you are your team. Okay? You go in there with your chin up at all times, and it should be kind of easier, you know. you ain't got to worry about what's going on the streets because there's nothing out there for you. This is where you're at. This is where your mind should be at. You need to be focused on reality while you're in prison. Too much things on the streets can have your mind in the blur of what's going around in your surroundings. And then that's when you get yourself into situations and you actually miss the signs that are, you know, thrown in front of you before they actually come. You feel me? If you are constantly worrying about the streets, constantly worrying about people out there, what they're doing, what can you do for the streets, how can you get touch with people on the streets, how can you have your name still going around on the block out there, all that stuff, you're gonna be off track on things that take place every single day in prison. And before you know it, you can get stabbed up and get wet and get cut open. And really, if you was paying attention more to what you was actually going through, your life in here right now, you may have avoided that situation. You know what I'm saying? And my God's honest opinion, depending on how you do your time, when you get locked up and you ain't got nobody out there, is do what's best for you. Okay? If you want to hustle and you want to stack bread so you got money when you get out, by all means do that. You know, set you up a PayPal account, you feel me? And you just boom, 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 collect. Don't ever give no one that PayPal account information. You feel me? And then next thing you know, when you hit the streets, you know, withdraw it. Do what you got to do however you can. You feel me? It's possible. If you feel like you're not going to have nothing when you get out on the streets, plan ahead. Play chess, not checkers. You get what I'm saying? Be a couple steps ahead of the game. You feel me? Go to school while you're in there. Get a couple trades. If you don't want to hustle, sell dope, rob, or whatever when you get out, if you don't want to risk going back to prison because you see how hard it is to do time with nobody in your corner, then do what you can that can prepare you for when you get released. You see what I'm saying? It's free to go to school in there. It's free to get some trades. You get what I'm saying? To where when you get out, you can actually have a better chance of finding a job or a career that you may need when you come home. You know, you get your CDL license while you're in there. Whatever it is, do whatever's going to make it to where right now you're in prison, this is the worst it's going to be, but set it up to where in the future when you do get out, when you finally walk up out them gates and you're a free bird, you have shit in order. You get what I'm saying? Have everything already lined up. You feel me? And not everybody's got to be in your game room. As far as other inmates and all that shit, you ain't got to tell them every single thing you're doing. You ain't got to tell them all your goals. You get what I'm saying? And you might have bigger goals than what prison may have to offer. But don't miss out on the opportunities while you're in there. Take advantage of them shits. Secure them and use it to your advantage while you're in there. You feel me? And then who knows? You might have to go through prison and then go through, you know, whatever careers you get set up with from what you learned while in prison until you make it to what your main goal was in life. You feel me? To me, it's like, if you ain't got nobody on the streets to help you do your time, that means you ain't got to look forward to getting on the phone. So many fights are already avoided right there. Just by you not having to get on that phone and reach out to nobody, you've already avoided so many different physical altercations. Okay? Mail. Same thing with mail. If you ain't got nobody out there, if your people has done passed away, died off, or whatever it may be, you know, any type of mail you get, it's going to catch you by surprise, you know. It's going to suck seeing other people get mail, other people get on the phone. But at the end of the day, you got to make sure you're sharp and you're secured up here. You feel me? Because they can lock you up physically. But as long as they don't lock you up, you know what I'm saying, mentally, you're good. You can make it through any type of situation, any storm that is thrown your way, you should be able to do it. With or without somebody on the streets. Okay? And I say this because I had people on the streets, like I said, you feel me? But I'd say out of 85% of my time while I was in prison, every transaction that I did when it came to money, when it came to dope, or anything I was hustling inside of prison, I did my business with a stranger, okay? It was never through someone I knew on the streets. You feel me? So it kind of like taught me to survive on my own. You feel me? Which I've already knew how to do that. I always know how to make it happen no matter where I'm at. You feel me? I knew how to do that before I even went to prison. You feel me? Because I was one of them hard-headed people that even though I could have help if I asked, I wanted to ask. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to get it on my own connects, my own plug, my own routes. You feel me? And look at me now. I don't have no parents. You see what I'm saying? I had parents when I was in prison. You feel me? Now, if I were to go back to prison, I don't have no parents, but I didn't take advantage of having a mom still with me while I was in prison. I just wanted to talk to her and let her know I'm okay, not to worry about me. You see what I'm saying? So you can make it through your time not having nobody on the streets just as well as you can make it through your time having someone on the streets. You feel me? And if you're one of them people that feel like you gotta have someone on the streets in order to make it through time, or you're gonna break down, your time's gonna be extra hard, you wanna know what to do, you need to stop thinking like that, because there is always a way, okay? You put your mind to it, and no matter what, you will make it happen. You feel me? You gotta just be willing to take risks. You gotta be willing to try something new. You feel me? You ain't gonna be able to hustle without taking a risk. You get what I'm saying? And you don't need people on the streets in order to make it happen when it comes to hustling. Because no matter what type of hustle you get into, no matter what type of, static you make while you're in there, there's already going to be somebody in there that has that going on. You feel me? So you got to learn how to live on your own, especially if you're relying on your parents. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, parents are older than kids, right? So as you get older, you can't wait till you're 18. You feel me? You can't, I can't wait till I'm 18. Then when you're 18, I can't wait till I'm 21. Well, while your mind is on that, you forgot that your parents are aging as well. You feel me? And then there's going to be a once upon a time to where you're actually going to be in this world without your parents. You feel me? So it's better to learn how to stand on your own too as soon as you can. So that way when the day comes, or when you are facing them tragedies in life, you can say you at least know where to start at. You feel me? And me going to prison wasn't my first rodeo, like being away from people. Like I've told y'all before, I got sent to juvenile programs at a young age, was gone away from my family at like 13 years old for years, 2-3 years almost. You feel me? So it's like I've always learned how to get it on my own. I always learned no matter what, I'm gonna be okay. You feel me? That don't mean, as soon as you're locked up and you decide to hustle since you don't know nobody out there, okay, you take everything you got and then you fucking boom, you just give it to one person. I want to invest in this. No, there's ways to make things happen. You see what I'm saying? You can hustle, you can gamble, you can bet, which these are things that I don't consider you doing, but I'm just saying, a lot of people in prison, especially in Florida, that I've seen with my own eyes, when you see them, they look ran down like someone that's homeless. You feel me? Ran down. Holy, blues with holes all in it. Ain't got shit to eat. Skinny as hell, losing weight. And in all reality, they can't stand on their own 2 feet. They're stuck in their head of thinking about something on the streets. You feel me? Their people don't send the money. Their girl can't send the money. Or their people ain't answering the phone. There's no money on the phone. They don't know what to do. They're relying on that. I know it feels good to get that from someone. Of course it does. Because it lets you know they care enough to send you something. But if you learn how not to rely on that, you rely on yourself, you will not let yourself down. You understand? And not everybody purposely wants to let you down. But sometimes shit just happens. You feel me? So if you were to just, put it in your mind like, I got me. I'm going to make it happen. I'm going to get this money. You feel me? Then you won't be like none of these people. And a lot of these people are like that because they're scared to take the risk of trying to get it on their own. They figure that the more they try to use this person or keep their, hands on their neck while they're gone, that they can keep them close and not let them get away while they're doing their time. In all reality, that's the opposite, you feel me? That you should be doing. Not saying it's not okay to, accept money from people out there, but this is for people who may be facing time that don't have nobody on the streets. Even if you don't have no money and you go to prison or you go to jail, you'd be like, damn, well, how do I start hustling if I ain't got nobody out there to give me no money? There's always a way, literally. You could bet on a football game. You could bet your lunch or dinner tray against a fucking soup or a bag of chips that they got on Canteen on a football game. You win, boom. You just won $1.50, $2. Now you just started. Put $1 away, bet $1 on something else until you get enough up to get your first couple sacks and start hustling. Or until you get you a tattoo gun, tattoo machine, and start slanging ink. Or until you get you some fucking pens and pencils and start doing portraits. Learn how to draw. Like, there's so many different things that you can do, and you can do it on your own. Don't be one of these people that go to prison and be miserable with your head down the whole time because you don't have nobody out there sending you no money. You don't have nobody out there to call. No, you don't have nobody to rely on. Rely on yourself. You can literally make it happen. You feel me? You can literally do it all by yourself. And my opinion is you should rely on just you. Because like I said, you're not going to let yourself down. You find yourself incarcerated doing so much time, cut that outside world out. Do what you got to do to live good while you're in there. And when you get to like your last year, maybe year and a half, start plotting on after you get out. Start putting all your little ducks in order and everything to where when you get out, you got, you know, a support system. You got something to lean on. So you don't get out, hard to find a job, or I'm going back to robbing. Feel me? Can't get hired, going back to robbing. Can't find nowhere to live, going back to robbing, stealing, and all that, and then land back in prison. Instead, your last year and some change, you saved the money that you learned how to get by relying on yourself while you were in there. And then by the time you do get out, you're going to have something to fall back on just in case you have some problems finding some living or a job or whatever it is. You still got something to fall back on, so that way you could be more patient instead of head first jumping out and then committing a crime because you spent everything to live like a kingpin while you were in there. You shouldn't be living like a kingpin while you're in there if you ain't going to have shit lined up for you when you get out. If you're living like a kingpin while you're in there, then my advice to you is hopefully you got something saved up for when you get out. That's why I say chess, not checkers. You feel me? You got some people that will live in prison like they're broke, like they ain't got bread, like they ain't got shit. They'll barely hit the canteen window because they're saving every dollar they do get their hand on. So when they get out and they get that check, you feel me? Whatever's in your account, they're going to give it to you. You feel me? And then you got something to fall on so you ain't got to go out here breaking no damn laws. You see what I'm saying? Hey, I know it's tough doing time without anybody on the streets. Trust me, I know it is. You feel me? But at the same time, people commit crimes and they find themselves in situations and locked up, you know, away from people, you know, or locked up in a place to where their hands are tied. You can only do so much. You can only orchestrate so much because your perimeter is so small. You're trapped behind that gate. You feel me? So eventually you are going to need someone on the streets. But it might not be anybody you know, is what I'm telling you. There's already routes. There's already people that are doing business with different people. You know, you interacted with an inmate that has a route, that has a plug, that might have an officer on the team, that might have whatever it is. You're going to eventually orchestrate and get into that. If you want to at least, you know, make some money. You know, if you want to live good while you're in there. You feel me? If you want to just live starving all the time and see everybody else eating canteen 24/7, you're scared to take the risk or anything like that. So you're living, you know, off the 3 meals they give you a day, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. You're going to be miserable because them meals are bland. Them meals ain't gas. Them meals are just enough to get you by. Your stomach's going to be, you know, fucking growling before the next meal comes. You know, so you're going to want to eat chips and soups and all that shit like these other people are doing in front of you all the time. So my advice to you is to don't rely on nobody. Just rely on yourself. You get what I'm saying? That's it. So you shouldn't go in there stressing that you ain't got nobody on the streets. You shouldn't go in there like, damn, bro, what am I going to do, bro? I'm a nobody now, bro. I ain't got nobody to call. I ain't got nobody. Man, who cares about all that? You feel me? You worry about yourself and do what you got to do. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, a lot of people have been telling me that they, you know, in my comment section, I'd say probably like 6 comments out of my last 3 videos. There was 6 comments people dropped in there. And I checked, it was different names too of the emails. So they dropped in there that they are facing time and they don't have nobody on the streets. Or damn, last time they got locked up, they had someone, now they don't have no one. What do you think they should do? Do I think their time's going to be harder? Of course it's going to be harder, but what don't kill you makes you stronger. You got to put it in your head that you're built for that shit, and you got to do what you got to do to get through it. You see what I'm saying? Do not rely on nobody else, only rely on yourself. I made this video right here today just to give y'all some advice and my opinion on how to do it. You know what I'm saying? You either take the advice or you don't. You know the saying, right? You could, you know, bring the horse to water, but you can't force him to drink. It's all on you what you do with it. This video ain't that much longer, you know, than how they usually are. But at the same time, I had to keep it real with y'all and let y'all know what I think you should do if you don't have nobody out there on the streets. If you're somebody that did time with nobody on the streets, drop it in the comment section and explain. Let people know what you think they should do. Because people read these comments, believe it or not. Don't think just because no one likes it or no one put that heart there, don't think no one reads it. People do read your comment. You see what I'm saying? And not just me, I'm talking about other people. So put your opinion in there. Put your advice in there. Whatever it is. I dropped this little short video today, y'all, just so I could throw some advice out there for the people that asked me that. I appreciate y'all tuning in. I appreciate y'all watching. Like I always say, y'all make sure y'all share the channel. Don't forget to hit that like, subscribe button on the way out if you didn't hit it on the way in. And keep them rats, squares, clowns, chomos, pedos, gunners, wannabe island boys, clout chasers, fucking lying ass people that make up shit just for views. The biggest exposed, faked, wannabe gangbanging people out there that are renting fucking rims. Keep all them clowns out your circle, man. Get you some money, stick to yourself, stay in your lane, and if a motherfucker come in your lane at any given time in real life, crash they stupid ass. You feel me? That's what it is. Appreciate y'all watching, man. Until next time, I am my team, Frog.